father's dead. You killed him.
They think that I'm shiny.
I am a pie man!
I'm Pete Rose, and I only go to Gold's Gym, this one specifically.
Rumor is that his penis is broken.
And show him where the taco bar was.
His brain just fucking exploded.
River of cheese. You been drinking any gnome juice?
No, officer.
My dad had a fart chair.
Hey, cover me.
We are coworkers and nothing else. You're listening to the Dollop on the All Things Comedy Network. This is an American history podcast.
Here we go. He's enjoying what he's about to say. He's got a big dumb smile on his face.
A story from American history to my coworker.
Gareth Reynolds, who has no idea what the topic is going to be about, boss.
Boss is better. Employee makes more sense.
Honestly, let's go with it.
Let's just say my worker.
I'm a great worker.
Let's not get carried away until we see the reviews at the end of the year. But right now, it's not looking like a bonus.
Oh, my God. Can we, do we announce? Yeah. We're allowed to now. We probably...
It's already out.
Yeah, so we should just come right out and say it.
Because this morning, tickets went on sale on Patreon for our Australia tour in November.
Yep, so go to dolloppodcast.com for tickets. And,
if you want tickets right now, it's too late. You should have already...
Yeah, you should have joined the Patreon.
Yeah, you should have. So the Patreon, the way it works is $5 members get first dibs.
But don't go to our... Well, I guess you probably now go to our website.
You can go to our... So tomorrow, I think tomorrow it is...
but we're in the future.
At the venues.
Oh.
And then the day after that, it goes on sale to the public.
Okay. So right around now, go to dollarpodcast.com.
There'll be a link that you can't click on yet.
Yep. So go there and... all right. Is that how promotion goes?
Did hear.
Okay.
What just turned on?
Me.
I didn't care for that at all.
Hey, did. That's some good employee stuff.
Also, Gareth will be on tour because he's just out there shaking the tree. He's trying to make it happen.
Yep.
And we're all praying for him.
Yep.
Because it looks more like a hamster on a wheel.
Yep. It's getting bad. It's getting real bad.
Did you see Marin's little soundbite about stand-up?
No.
Being interviewed by... I can't remember his name. A very famous comedian. But he was like, what do you think of the stand-up? And he pretty much nailed it. He goes, well, I mean, the bar just keeps getting lower.
I don't love that the connective tissue here is my tour.
Well, part of it's crowd work. And he said, the algorithm wants crowd work. And then those people fill the rooms and some of them can't do material. And then it just slowly degrades. And I think he's right. The ones who can't do material are plenty enough.
I mean, look, there's always been terrible stand-up that has succeeded. Always.
Oh, yeah.
But there is something... The algorithm has made everything worse. All comedy, everything.
He's just talking about stand-up. Yeah. It has made everything worse.
Yeah. It's like...
Just Netflix makes
the idea that everybody's in entertainment. Walking down the street now, you got to talk into your fucking camera to be like, here's the thing. I like autumn, but I'm done with leaves.
I actually don't want everybody's take. Is that
That's what I mean. So it's everything. It's like it's all gotten worse and more dumb and more annoying and all that. But
there are some terrible stand-up comedians with like 1 million followers. I mean,
oh, dude,
worse than anything ever. There are stand-ups that don't do jokes.
Yes, there are. I mean, again, there are many little hacks to being pretty bad hacks at being a hack, really, where you've convinced people that, but it's same music. There's tons of music. Or you're like, what? This is popular. It's endless stuff, but
music's always been like that.
That's what I mean. But I think stand up to some extent, where you're just, I remember you walk around certain clubs, like if you go around Zany's in Nashville, you look at all the old headshots and you're like, this worked. Some guy's in like a referee outfit, and it was like Ref Clark. He was good. That guy was good. That guy was good.
He was always Always giving yellow cards.
That was
He
good.
was a basketball ref. That was the funny part.
That was funny. But at the end of the day, none of it matters because, we're in the pizza oven at this point, and the front is closed, and no one's going to take us out in time. So just enjoy it.
June 3rd, 1943. Gareth, the Zoot Suit Riots have begun.
Right.
Now,
Riot.
Riot. But, they're happening. They're not in one locale like a Watts riot happened in one place, but these are happening.
I love when a riot has first of all, a permit and a perimeter. I think that's really helpful.
So
I don't love these sort of out of nowhere riots.
No, I don't either. So the soldiers, mostly Navy, who are stationed there before they ship out, are now rioting with the young Mexican youth.
Okay.
Mexican American youth.
Yep.
The white soldiers and civilians didn't just want to beat up the Mexican American teens; they wanted to strip them down to their skivvies, cutting up their zoot suits as though they were the source of their power, like Samson's hair.
Mm-hmm.
The public act of disrobing young men didn't exactly help the Navy's reputation of being gay, but the sailors didn't seem to care.
Well, I mean, it's a strange impulse in fighting. Let's get him naked.
But this is different, because this is trying to take off the actual symbol.
These terrible nightmare suits.
Yeah. Well,
these
the
evil
flashy
suits. Yeah. No, it's like Kneel before General Zod.
Oh, by the way, some people, I did get a couple people send me messages saying, I can't believe you guys didn't know that the wolves in zoot suits were supposed to be Latino. It's a bad stereotype. Yeah. Hey, guys, look, I don't pay attention to everything. Sorry to break your, I don't know what you think we are. I don't know everything. He doesn't know everything. We don't know everything. And some stuff I don't really care about and I don't pay much attention to. And then I come across it and I pay attention to it.
Yep.
That's kind of how it works.
You know how when you listen to this show, we don't, Dave doesn't email you going, oh, I can't believe you didn't know that baseball player. That's what it is. It's an exchange of things we didn't know. That's what life is. Okay? Pass the peace.
It's just so weird. That night in June, the sailors set out across the entire...
It's like what you'll be like if you make tweet or whatever, and you'll say something along the lines of like, boy, I can't believe the Democrats aren't getting it together before the midterms. And someone will be like, they never have. And you're just like, yeah, all right, yeah. I'm out of here. I'm done for the day. That's a wrap on me. Thank you, everybody.
Those are way too common responses. That night in June, the sailors set out across the entire city, peeling flamboyant clothes off teenage boys. That doesn't sound gay at all.
Nah, it's nice.
That sounds very straight.
That's good.
And pretty much beating up anyone who didn't even sort of look like, beating up anyone who even sort of looked like the imagined Pachuco.
Sure.
Right? The week before in Venice.
That's a great band, by the way, Imagined Pachuco. Great band. Talk about crowd work.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Really good.
Marin loves them.
A band?
Yeah.
You're now into a band's crowd work.
Yes.
Interesting. The week before...
What kind of bass do you like? That could be it. I actually like the band crowd work.
The week before in Venice, when whites attacked Mexican Americans coming out of a dance hall, and the teens responded by setting a trap and attacking two cops, set the precedent for how the LAPD would respond. Poorly, and arresting only the Mexicans and even random black kids, regardless of if they were victims or not.
Yeah.
Or definitely victims.
Yeah, well, that's how
we do it.
I think the only thing that's changed is the budget got bigger.
The sailors, for their part, did not trust the police to do anything right, and in fact, they actually believed the race riot they were provoking was in the name of law and order. Oh, yeah. So they thought they were taking care of the problem.
Yeah.
Notice a common theme in America that has never changed.
It's going really well, and all things are getting better.
There was a guy who put up a video, and it was him walking through what's it called, a halal grocery store, and he's just filming. He's like, "I can't believe this is what's becoming." And it's literally just people shopping in in like Arab clothing.
Yeah.
You're just like, what?
Wow.
Wow, look at this people shopping.
Jesus Christ. Well, it was like that. We watched this video on Patreon of this dude. This guy goes through like George Floyd's old neighborhood.
Oh my God.
With holding an American flag and walking around just, obviously.
George Floyd Square.
George Floyd Square. Yeah, right. And just obviously walking around with an American flag, obviously just being the worst.
Yeah,
And
to provoke. And then he provoked people.
he provokes people, then he pretends he's being attacked, then he's running, and it ends with him in his car talking about how much he just fucking loves America, and then he starts crying.
He's like the ultimate American.
It was honestly, it's like if someone were to say, what's the average American MAGA white male going through right now? You'd be like, this is pretty good.
That guy should be 5150'd.
Oh yeah,
Just take him away.
yeah, totally.
Like put him.
Wrap him in a flag, put him in a room.
Yeah. I mean, my God.
Yep.
All right. So the military was going to take over the city of Los Angeles to persecute Latinos against the wishes of most people who lived in the city of Los Angeles.
Sure.
And on Thursday, June 3rd, 1943, a night came in a city already darkened.
Calling it Los Angeles might have been a bad move.
The City of Angels?
Yeah, well, it's like, you know what I mean? City of Angels, not in English, sort of like
Yeah,
kind of
but
tipped your hand a little bit.
We did steal it.
That's good.
So night came in a city already darkened by the mandatory dim out, which was a civilian defense measure.
The country really had a dim out.
to conceal the city's glow and prevent the light from silhouetting U.S. merchant ships. So Japanese submarines would attack them. So it's already dark, basically. The whole city's dark.
Right.
Now, rumors flared up that several groups of Zoot suited up boys were hanging out on the corner of Euclid and Whittier in Boyle Heights. So this is, and people don't know, that's like southeast of downtown. This is pretty normal for a Thursday night, as the fellas wanted to dress up nice and go out dancing. So it's just a bunch of dudes who are just enjoying
having a life.
Night. But at that point, any congregation of alleged pachucos was quote, all the evidence servicemen needed to confirm that Zoot Suiters were looking for a showdown.
Well, they exist.
They're gathered up, boys.
They're trying to fight. Look at them existing.
So 16 military guys get off a bus on Sunset and Fig and were accosted by a small handful of teenagers who called them sons of bitches, bastards, and motherfuckers while, shaking their fists at them, right?
Sure.
You sons of... Even worse, some gave the Nazi salute to the white soldiers, shouting Heil Hitler as if the soldiers were Nazis themselves.
Let me just... it's hard to do Sieg Heil sarcastically. I say steer clear.
I agree.
I get it, but then we're in Elon territory. Where it's like, I'm being silly.
Yeah.
It's, you can do everything up until there. Because the next thing you know, you're wearing like a SS uniform and you're just going like, Hitler. Yeah. And then I do believe at that point then you start adopting the philosophies. You're like, I'm making fun of them. But, what kind of the chips and rice?
Yeah, but these guys were, let's just say the Pachucos, the thing they excelled at was getting under the skin of people. Like they're really
trolling.
Good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they troll the fuck out of these guys. So there are, plus taking soldiers going into a city and taking the law into their own hands is that's like pretty fascist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I can't imagine what that would look like. Because now we have guys with American flags running around our neighborhoods, and it's been helpful.
Yeah, very helpful. So the sailors quickly report this horrible attack to the rest of their group in the barracks. It riles everybody up. And the young soldiers swap stories of their individual insults and injuries. Quote, in the process of rehearsing past injustices and venting their anger at the state of affairs with civilian youths, they hatched a plan to settle the score against young civilian men.
Let's go.
A group of about 50 sailors fashioned improvised weapons and hid them on themselves to get through the centuries.
Is that now just to be clear, because I do have a background in improv. These are real weapons that they made up on the spot, or this is sort of like, you're holding that's a gun because
No, it's
you're not
not.
going like that. That's
a really good question.
Yeah, it's not. They're not making invisible.
Right. It's not.
And then we're there. Hopefully, when we get there, they'll yes and us because
Right.
I got a club with spikes on
Yeah,
it.
it's not that. It's actually like
Actual
taking
stuff.
the
Light my
the
torch.
leg- like taking the leg off your bed and then
Okay.
you got a post.
Okay, so but in actuality, there is actual matter in your hand.
It's not improvised.
Right,
You're
yeah.
not saying like I have the bedpost from my bed.
Right.
Not
Now
that.
that's confusing because that's the
It
one you were
is.
saying is actually real.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Do you want a new choice that?
No.
New choice.
I'm saying you're not saying
New
it.
choice.
You actually have
New choice.
you take the seat.
It's a good thing I've got the tusk of a woolly mammoth. I'm going to put this right under one of those blokes' chins.
New choice.
Look out, everybody, because I've got a stalactite. That's the one that's coming down. Psh, I've ripped it off of the cave, and there's still some icicles at the end. New choice me. New choice
I
me.
just remembered
New
the
choice me.
stuff I don't like about improv.
New
It
choice.
just
New
kinda
choice
hit
me.
me
New
right
choice me.
now.
New choice me.
New choice.
Oh, well, I think I'll take this car bumper, and with my super strength, I'll turn it into a U, and I'm going to wrap it around one of those blokes' necks and yank him off stage like he's a bad vaudevillian performer.
All right, scene.
Miss Crowdwork?
Yeah, no. So they have all their to get past the sentries, they're hiding their fashion weapons, and they come out. They run out of the gates, pouring into the city. Quote. Swarming around the cafes, beer joints, and restaurants sprawled along Alpine Street, the sailors searched in vain for zoot suiters, finding little initial success.
Excuse me, sir, is that... No, I just lost some weight. Sorry. Sorry, a bunch of you guys look like you lost... Yeah, your suits are a little loose.
Finding little initial success, they continued on to the Carmen Theater, where they turned on the house lights and roamed the aisles looking for young men in zoot suits.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, can
Is
you
that
tap...
oh, that's just a shirt. Okay,
You tap-
nice shirt though. That's
Will you tap him on the shoulder?
let's see if he.
Sir, are you wearing
Yeah.
a zoot? Are you wearing a zoot suit?
No, it's just
Are you
a
wearing a
shirt.
zoot?
It's a shirt.
Your shirt's a little baggy.
Yeah, I lost some weight.
Okay. You're not just saying that.
No, I
Do you mind standing up so we can just...
Yes, I'll fuck. What do you? I'm trying to watch the show.
I think you look great.
Thank you.
Not a zoot suit.
What?
It's not a zoot suit.
No, it's not a fucking zoot suit.
Okay, chill. Watch the show. Will you tap that guy in front of you?
No.
Sir.
This is where they found their first victims. Most of them 12 and 13-year-old boys.
Oh, my God.
Who were probably guilty of little more than wearing the wrong clothes at the wrong time.
Yeah, they're probably like, I'm wearing my dad's shirt. We got him.
Ignoring the protesting patrons, the sailors clubbed the boys and the adults who tried to stop them, tore the zoot suits off their victims, and burned the tattered clothes in a pile.
Where's the pile? Outside?
I think it's outside. I think they took it outside.
Right, okay.
Their work being done at the theater, their superiority of force established over the naked teenage and preteen boys, the mob moved on to search the rest of the neighborhood for more zoot suiters.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Now that we got those pre-adolescent kids dead, the naked, not dead. They're not dead. That came out wrong. But now that we got them naked, I mean, maybe we should kill them. But yeah. You know what I got? I'm gonna take this lamppost and bend it down.
No, we're not doing that.
And then I'm gonna turn the light on him.
The scene ended.
Power of electricity! I'm turning into the Hulk. Hulk smash! I'll go get the teenage boys.
God, I hate improv. I mean, some of it's good.
Yeah,
I like long form improv, but
the stuff I'm
Jesus,
doing is working.
You just brought me to a hell that I had forgotten about.
Yeah, they just go into like this crew of zoot suits. All right, can we get a suggestion of an active outdoor activity and a weapon you've never seen before?
There's a comedy club in San Francisco, and the owner, who had been a failed comedian, joined a improv group, and then he started ending every showcase with 20 minutes of improv with his improv group.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not kidding you. Every single thing he turned into anal sex.
You'll find that,
and I'm not kidding. We used to watch just to watch how he would do it. Every single one.
you'll find that, and I'll be honest with you, bad improv is maybe my favorite comedy.
I get it.
I think that's might be the peak.
Yeah.
Bad improv where you're like, this is not going well.
Okay, so the sailors achieved their goal of dishing out beatdowns with belts, rocks, sticks, and this is not a joke, one of those studded leather paddles that dominatrixes use.
Hey, Dan. Yeah. I'm going to really muck them up with this thing.
Yes, all right, I got my dildo.
All right, here we go. I got my Beaumont beads.
And I got a butt plug.
I'm going to lasso them with Beaumont beads.
Look, I found a gimp mask.
There we go. Let's get them, boys.
This is a ball gag.
Hell yeah.
This is all very normal.
Perfect stuff.
It looked to one observer.
Put your cock rings around your wrists. Let's go hurt them.
Do your poppers. Let's get out there.
Lube up your arms so they can't grab you.
It looked to one observer that the
Put them up. We're going to fist these boys.
Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah.
It looked to one observer that the boys in the theater were attacked. The boys in the theater were attacked way worse than the regular neighborhood boys who fought each other. So some had to be taken to the hospital.
Okay.
A witness wrote, quote, "This is supposed to be a free country. We don't go around beating up people just because we don't like the clothes they wear."
No, sorry.
I disagree.
Hold on. And I'm going to address this to all citizens. We do live in a free country. And in order to preserve that freedom, we have to take it away from other individuals. Because we're so focused on saving the freedom that we hold so dear. That we need to make sure that certain people, when they're being free, can't do it anymore so that the freedom that we love and hold and cherish can remain free. And we're going to be doing a lot of that because they're trying to take away the freedom. So in order to hold on to the freedom and preserve the freedom, we're going to have to really start to pull back on the freedom and take away the rights to the freedom.
Rest in peace, Toby Keith.
Lost the real one.
Really?
Tower 2.
Boy, I don't think anybody knew how to profit off 9/11 like Toby Keith.
No, and then he's gone.
Yeah. It looked to one observer that the boys in the theater, I already did that. So they were asking on whose side.
I always called him to buy Keith. Go ahead.
On whose side is the Navy on anyway, Uncle Sam or Hitler? So people are like, yeah, because soldiers beating up people in your own country is like, what's the
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you believe ICE to be patriotic?
No.
Because what you're not, I'm going to walk you through it again. ICE is taking away freedoms so that we can remain free. And it's just not that difficult.
It is pretty difficult.
It really isn't. When you see ICE out there, sort of trampling the Constitution, it's so that eventually the Constitution can go back in that frame. Perfect. But in order to get there, we just got to we're going to go through a long stretch now of very few freedoms. Like flock cameras. A lot of people see a flock camera and they go, hey, whoa, that thing can like track my license plate and potentially hear inside of my car. That doesn't feel free. We're doing that so that we make sure the people who hate freedom get out of our way to enjoy ultimate freedom.
And what is ultimate freedom?
The ability to be white supremacists.
Oh, okay, cool.
As long as we want.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Until the billionaires decide that that's not good enough.
Oh,
So.
right. Okay, I'm going to go back to this. The police just started arresting Mexican kids no matter what was actually happening. Some historians believe that the cops and military were conspiring with the rioting sailors. Obviously. Fucking obviously. Others say it was just indifference. But the one thing we know for certain is that the police did not take the rumors of the riot seriously. The mob was finally rounded up by Shore Patrol on 2nd and Main.
Shore Patrol. Fellas, look, I think it's time for us to step up. Shore Patrol.
One sailor was treated for a laceration wound, but it didn't come from a Pachuco blade. It was received, quote, when a large crowd of sailors accidentally pushed him through a showroom window.
That's awesome. What an entrance.
The Shore Patrol got about 60 sailors in custody and marched them back to the Central Police Station where they were to be thrown in jail for rioting, but their commanding officer heard and quickly demanded the sailors be released into his custody. Quote, the sailors appeared to him to be a sober group, orderly and manageable, and he saw to it that no charges were recorded by the Shore Patrol.
Wow.
So,
seamen released.
now you know there was it was a military operation.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Feels
Yes.
for freedom,
Yes.
to preserve it.
That's right. The rioters got support from servicemen across California. One young man stationed in Victorville wrote,
Huh.
quote, say what the hell is being done about these goddamn Mexican punks. I think the city officials and police are scared of them. They are certainly raising hell in L.A., raping women and knifing lone soldiers. One of our men came back to the outfit all cut up, and it's really getting us hot.
Ugh.
This will naturally lead to a bunch of our men going into L.A., and there will be a lot of sorry Mexicans. I, for one, would kill any of them that hurt anybody I know in L.A. I don't see why the Army doesn't just go in and take the situation over because the police can't handle it. We have wives and sweethearts there, and the soldiers won't stand for much more of this shit.
Literally just ripped off of Truth Social.
Yep.
I mean, just
it's just
endless,
straight.
endlessly the same.
It's never changed.
Just
Literally never
always.
changed.
I mean, the fact that it's even Mexicans.
Yeah. America is just a history of white people freaking out.
Yeah, and it's just sort of, we just play race roulette. We're like, who
Yeah, that's right.
oh, landed on Saudi Arabia, 0-0, do a new one.
I could do the story about Vietnamese and Galveston. I could do it
Yeah.
about blacks in
Yeah,
Chicago.
just
I could
whoever-
do- like you could just do it.
Yeah,
so many
it's just
different-
that is the beautiful story of white America never finding the mirror to piece together. The calls are coming from inside the house. Just like the second you're close to a revelation, like, wait a minute, I don't think it was the Mexicans, the Japanese, or the
no.
people from Iran at all. I think the real problem was obviously the blacks.
Oh.
Just right back.
Another soldier who led an expedition down to L.A. told the reporter, quote, we're out to do what the police have failed to do. We're going to clean up this situation.
God, there's just...
The rampage continued the next night, but with a twist. Instead of focusing on the areas where most of the fighting had taken place between the Armory and downtown LA, they went eastward, far away from any of the previous conflict areas. Quote, driving deep into East Los Angeles, sailors turned their assaults on zoot-suited youths in a punitive strike against the Mexican American population itself. So what I'm assuming happening was either the young dudes in LA went inside or took off their zoot suits, or they muscled up and were like, all right, let's go. And then they went for easier. I mean,
right. Then they're like, let's go find some kids.
Yeah, they're literally just attacking. They want to attack people walking around on the streets who have no idea what's coming.
Right.
That's what they're doing.
We're into that.
Yeah. About 9 p.m., a rumor flew through the barracks and then across the city that Latino ruffians had kidnapped several sailors and were holding them captive.
Well, any evidence? Nope.
No.
Just a gut feeling.
Why do you need evidence?
Enough.
You don't believe me?
Listen, you hear him?
Help us. Help us.
Oh.
Help us.
Oh.
We're in the Navy.
Oh.
These damn Latinos are taking us hostage.
Coming from over there.
Help.
Oh,
Help.
it sounds like it's coming from you. That's the...
Quiet.
What?
It's not him. It's
No,
someone
you're
else.
Literally, I can see you moving.
It's someone else.
I can see you
It's
moving.
over there.
It's coming
Or
from
it's
your...
over, I mean, I'm here. I'm over here. I'm far away. Not far. I'm so old. Help us. Help
I
us.
mean,
We will help you.
What?
There's little kids. It's they're in zoot suits. These zoot suits did it.
Oh, no.
This is really...
Now we know for sure it's the Zoot Suits. Well, allow me to take this piece of fencing and bend it into a sort of strange U-shaped weapon.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, we will.
No, we're not.
Now I'm a shop owner. Ring, 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 ring. Welcome, sir. Are you looking for Gatorade
And
Zero?
seed.
No.
So a posse formed of military men and civilians to make up a rescue squad. There's no hostages, but that didn't stop the frothing mob from seeking vengeance for what they had made up.
That's how it is. We call it January 6th all the time.
I will never get over reading that when Martin Luther King was, I think, marching in Chicago or maybe just giving a speech in Davenport, Iowa, the whites freaked out.
Yeah, they were
I
like...
will never forget
and
that.
they
That
were
is just the peak of like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, well, people in Iowa who are like, we saw one black person once. That was a lot to go through. But no, there's always, I was saying that to my buddy this morning when when the National Guard shit was popping off in Los Angeles. And like, you know, people I knew from states far away were like, are the riots close to you? And I was like, what? What are you talking about?
So the leaders called for a fleet of 20 cabs and split up, most heading east, some others headed north to Lincoln Heights. On the way there, they chucked beer bottles at any Mexican who looked under the age of 50. Quote, the rest of the strike force arrived in Boyle Heights and began to terrorize the area near the post office at First and Rowan Avenue. The sailors plunged into bars, cafes, and theaters, searching out zoot-suited young men, pummeling those few who were able to escape and destroying their outfits.
Well, it's also a great confession to the idea that they're just hammering down beers, that they're just getting drunk and agitated. Right. I mean, it really, you know, it does. It comes down to, it's like, we always talk about the male loneliness epidemic. That has existed for a long time, and it's because the males just can't seem to solve this problem. The white guys are just like, oh shit, oh my god.
So showing Gareth a picture of just a crowd. That looks like a picture you saw from Nazi Germany. It's a crowd of people and a cop standing basically over to once zoot-suited young dudes, and one's got no shirt on, but they've been clearly beaten and their clothes taken off. But all the people are just standing.
That cop has a real badunkadunk.
What does that mean?
Well, he's packing. He's packing heat in the back. Yeah, I mean, it's just like...
What a crazy thing to take away from this picture.
Well, I zoomed in. I saw a lot of stuff. But there's a lot of terrible stuff there, but one of the things is the cop's got a big bottom. What? It looks like he fucked his horse and had a baby.
Okay.
What?
That's a fine thing to say.
It's odd, honestly, based on what the subject is.
No, the subject is dark and crazy, and it's upsetting. And in addition to that, the cop has glutes.
I mean, they had squats back then. They weren't.
Yeah, that's why they call it the squat car.
Some people are happy. Some people are not happy.
Most are unhappy.
So the cops and military officers knew what was happening. Lieutenant on watch duty even got a call from Yellow Cab asking why they hired 20 cabs and why they were all going to the same spots in East LA.
Racism.
Yeah, we're racist.
Blanketed racism.
The lieutenant assured the dispatcher that what he was saying was crazy and that nobody had called 20 cabs. Finally, after a half hour or more of dilly-dallying, the lieutenant sent out 6 guys to try and quell the riot. Wow. I mean, they're just like, have at it, guys.
Yeah.
And this is all because they kept calling the soldiers gay. There's nothing else happening here. That's all this is really about.
Yeah, they find it quite triggering.
The cops managed to arrest 9 sailors they thought instigated the riot, and the shore patrol locked up another 17 But Pachuco hysteria spread like the plague across the city. The sailors were replaced with Marines, soldiers, and other sailors. A few unlucky musicians were leaving a recording session when they were ambushed by a gang of sailors. All right, these guys are high out of their fucking minds.
Yeah.
They're musicians. They're
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
out of a session.
Yeah,
They're
for sure.
high. They're either on heroin or they're stoned out of their fucking minds.
Hey, man, should we move Todd's drum kit? You fucking pieces of shit. Hey, man, what?
They weren't even wearing zoot suits. They were also much older than a juvenile gang. In fact, they were composers, writers, and singers fresh off the bus from El Paso. And this was their welcome to L.A.
But the problem with stripping everyone naked with zoot suits is that you might believe that someone just took off their zoot suit. I mean, at this point, it feels like they're just kind of going off of skin color.
What?
I know. I hate to say it.
Next thing you'll say that about ICE.
Well, we've already covered that. They're trampling our freedom to preserve the freedoms we hold dear.
Right. I forget. Yes.
It's important.
Yeah. Quote, scores of servicemen marched arm in arm.
Did you see when when Trump signed the birthright citizenship thing yesterday, and he threw it to Stephen Miller to basically expound upon what it was?
Oh, God.
Because he has no clue at this point. It's just we're all living in Stephen Miller's lucid dream.
Yeah.
But he's just there, and he's like, what the president has done is he's made it so that now, and you're like, and Trump's like,
Trump has no
exactly.
idea. He has no idea what he's saying.
It's a big deal. I got a new wig.
Quote, scores of servicemen marched arm in arm down the streets of downtown Los Angeles, accosting everyone in a zoot suit. Finally, the Los Angeles police came out in full force that night, having called out every available officer for riot detail, but they did little to stop the military men. Instead, they concentrated their power on arresting civilian boys, purportedly for their own protection. Look, there's 6 guys beating up a 12-year-old Mexican kid. I got to arrest the Mexican kid for his safety.
It is unfettered military abuse of power. And once that is seen to be out of control, the police come in to abuse their power to make it seem like they're shutting down an abuse of power.
That's right.
Pretty good little system.
Yeah, it's a nice system. The Dollop is brought to you by Hymns.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh,
Gareth,
yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah, I'm excited.
You are?
Yeah, pumped. Pumped.
Well, the second you notice something's a little off in the old bathroom, a bathroom.
No, not the bathroom.
It could be in the bathroom. It could be in the bathroom. It could happen anywhere, but we're talking about the bedroom.
I think the bedroom is way.
It could happen in the bathroom, though.
Yeah.
It gets in your head. Sticks in there. It's in there.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Making problems. Most guys, they sit on it too long. They just let it fester. And then it really becomes a problem. But Hymns makes it super easy to just do something about it. They got real treatment options, 100% online. That is really the key that we're talking about here, Gareth. It's all online.
It's important.
Now, guys like Gareth want to go see a doctor in the middle of a parking lot at a mall and talk about this.
Absolutely.
Most people don't. Most people are like, let's just keep this under wraps.
That was pre-Hymns. That was pre-Hymns. Now that I know that there's an alternative to get it discreetly sent to your home, to be able to jump the car.
Interesting. Yes.
It's great,
Hymns connects you with licensed healthcare providers online, gives you simple access to legitimate ED treatment options from home. No awkward appointments, no pharmacy line, no sitting in the
van,
parking lot,
none of that
no
stuff.
Van.
Yep.
Don't have to get in the van.
No, you can.
And look, they got a bunch of different options, generic options to keep the old cost down, 95% less than name brand.
That's the only thing that's going to be down.
And like I said, it's straightforward, it's transparent, designed to make you getting the care feel really easy. So we recommend it. This is not a problem you just let fester away. Take care of it. There's a lot of options these days. Hims is the best. To get simple online access to personalized, affordable care for ED and more, visit hims.com/dollop. That's HIMS.com/dollop, hims.com/dollop. Not available in all 50 states. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. Sildenafil is the generic version of Viagra. Viagra is a registered trademark of Viatris Specialty LLC. Hims is not affiliated or endorsed by Viatris. The Dollop is also brought to you by Square.
Buddy boy. Sweet Square.
Gareth asked, what is Square? Which is a
What
weird
is
thing
it?
for him to ask because he uses it.
Can I use it? But what is it?
Square is a platform behind the scenes that a ton of businesses that you already go to use. It doesn't matter if someone's selling smoothies or cutting hair, fixing bikes, have a little boutique, a floral situation. Square gives them one connected system to take payments, manage inventory, run payroll, and send invoices, and then just track it all right there in one place. It isn't just point of sale. They've got hardware that works in person and on the go. They got software for managing staff, marketing, customer insights, banking tools like Square Checking to get paid instantly. Businesses love it. People love it. And there's
Everyone
no
loves
contracts. No, there's no contracts.
Everybody
there's no hidden fees.
Dave, look,
Not
I've had a
complicated.
couple whiskeys, but listen to me. Everybody loves it. You love it. Don't fight us any longer.
Okay, that's right. And we use it. We've used it in the past.
Use it a lot.
Still use it.
I used it.
Still use it today.
Used it 10 minutes ago. Just me.
That was the very first way we started taking payments that weren't cash.
And it
Square.
still sticks around. Still there.
So look, if you're starting a business or running one that deserves better tools, Square helps you sell, manage, and grow without slowing down. Right now, you can get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/dollop. That's SQUARE.com/GO/dollop. Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today.
Yeah.
And Gareth the Dollop is also brought to you by Helix. Yeah, Helix Sleep, baby.
Helix, baby.
Of course, we're talking about a mattress company. They have other stuff. They have pillows and whatnot, but mattresses, that's the main, that's the meat.
That is the
of the
meat.
business.
That's the meat of the dish.
We both have Helix mattresses. We went online. We took a quiz. It told us the best mattress, and Gareth and I used the exact same mattress.
Yep, we matched. It
Dusk
was a match.
Lux. It's a Lux Dusk.
It's a Lux Dusk.
We both very much enjoy our mattresses. I used to have a little bit of lower back pain from my previous mattress, and that went away when I started using the Helix. My kid was immediately like, hey, I want one of these mattresses. We got him one. Then the dog was like, burr, burr, burr. And I was like, that's got to be a mattress thing. So the dog has now got his own mattress.
The dog has its own Helix?
Wife is sleeping on the floor, but we'll talk about that later. Trust me, it all makes sense.
We got to check in as friends more often. Things are not in a great spot.
It makes sense if you think about it. So yeah, I use an Apple Watch. Apple Watch is like, hey, you're sleeping like a baby. So look, get a Helix mattress. That's all I'm saying. Free shipping, seamless delivery. Comes to your house in a box. You open it up. It puffs out. It comes alive.
Yep.
There's a lot of liquids.
Very important that you get it on a frame quickly. Otherwise, it does gain sentience.
When the eyes open, you're like, wow. It's really fascinating.
But you grow to love that.
Yeah, you do. You get
you
used to
will
that.
love that.
120-night sleep trial, limited lifetime warranty. They got the happy with the Helix guarantee, seamless returns and exchanges, risk-free, customer-first experience designed to ensure you're completely satisfied with your new mattress. And it's award-winning. So look, go to helixsleep.com/dollop for 20% off statewide. That's helixsleep.com/dollop for 20% off statewide. Make sure you enter the dollop after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/dollop.
We love them. We love them.
We love them so much. God, we love them. Oh, I love them.
What?
Even though the sailors were beating the shit out of Mexican men, the kids just tried to keep the riders out of their neighborhoods. So they usually accomplished it without physical violence, instead relying on intimidation and fear. When a sailor was returning home at 2:30 in the morning, 4 zooted boys slammed him up against a showroom window. Instead of pummeling him, they just flicked their switchblades open and closed, right up to his face, and the sailor was terrified and ran back to the barracks.
Yeah, that is scary.
On the final night of the riots, thousands of sailors, soldiers, and Marines poured into the city center and instigated the worst of the violence. So it's picking
But
up
to
everything.
stop it,
Yeah.
again, you're
They're
doing
trying to- yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah,
doing
yeah,
the
yeah,
you're
yeah,
doing the
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
thing
yeah,
where you're sort
yeah.
of disparaging the
Yeah.
white culture by saying that they're agitating. They are agitating to stamp it out so that there's no more problems. So
Right.
you got to come in with a battering ram of problems.
What's your definition of problems?
Nah, well, no.
What do you mean?
No.
I'm just asking a question.
No.
I'm just asking
Agitators, problem people.
what kind of agitation are they doing?
The kind that law enforcement and people with city budgeted hats are not they want Mexicans.
Fair enough.
All right,
Fair
I'm
enough.
sick of hiding. Enough.
Okay. So countless civilians who.
Hold on, let me just
This is a really terrible sound.
let me just get it. Just I over pumped the soda stream,
Mm-hmm.
so opening this was like I was dealing with like low grade plutonium.
Okay.
But then I have a sip and I realized it was all worth it. Soda stream, we're not a sponsor.
Absolutely not. And it's never going to be a fucking sponsor. Countless civilians who wanted to rid their city of young people of color also joined in. So now it's just,
now they're just like, yeah. I mean, if we're taking out the trash, I got a couple things to throw
hey
away.
guys, what about ethnic cleansing?
Yeah, just sitting at home having a pizza. Well, we're thinking maybe while we got momentum, let's get the Mexicans out. Okay.
The mob split into two groups. One drove east to the This is such an LA riot because they're getting in cars and driving places.
I know.
It's the most LA riot of all time.
Exhausting. Let's take Fountain.
And the other drove south to Watts, a black neighborhood, which had nothing to do with anything. They're just black. Because they're fucking black.
How do you? Let me genuinely ask you this. You'll never fully how do you just stop the endless racism? It's not possible.
It's
right?
not in this country.
It's just crazy to be
Yeah.
like that bone deep racist.
There's certain countries where the racism is just so fucking deep. But again, like you go to European countries and they're still chanting, they're doing monkey noises.
Oh
still
yeah,
at
it's
football
not
games.
good.
Like,
That's what I mean. It's like
You just can't. You can't.
yeah.
You can't. Al Waxman, small local newspaper editor, put together a meeting trying to get the boys to make peace with the sailors, even though the sailors had started the riot.
Mm-hmm.
One boy stood up, quote, "Isn't this a free..."
Oh no.
You ready?
Yeah.
This is you. "Isn't this a free country? Can't we wear the kind of clothes that we like? Must we be disrobed at the order of other men?" What's your answer? Isn't that a free country, Gareth?
Here, now it is a tough needle to thread,
Uh-huh.
but listen closely.
Okay.
Freedom does not mean freedom.
Okay.
Freedom is the freedom to stop those who feel like they're threatening freedom with freedom to give freedom.
Okay.
So when you hear freedom, you think, hey, you're free to do what you want. No. You're being free dumb. We're talking the rights are free until it's hurting my freedom. I was here first, unless you count the Native Americans, and now I'm allowed to push back real hard on you. Follow freedom our way, or that's going to be a problem. There you go. That's pretty good.
I guess.
Yeah. We're here white. We are white.
The conversation was tough, but they were getting somewhere. The young men being incredibly generous in their attempts to broker a truce. Then a boy burst into the room.
It's Trump Iran.
Then a boy burst into the room with the news that the riots were worse than ever and that thousands of soldiers and sailors were beating up their friends and family. About 50 of the teens ran over, accompanied by waxmen, and what they saw they will never forget.
Oh, God.
Quote, before him was a mass of humanity shrieking with anger and locked in a violent struggle with arms swinging and legs kicking. The police were making dozens of arrests, not of the rioting servicemen, but of the zoot-suited young men. Why am I being arrested? One of them defiantly asked, and an officer clubbed him savagely with a nightstick. Someone else kicked the unconscious boy in the face as he lay sprawled in his own blood on the sidewalk. A mother clutching a baby rushed toward the police and cried out, "Don't take my boy. He did nothing. He's only 15 years old. Don't take him." An officer turned around and slapped the woman across the jaw with his nightstick, sending her reeling backward. Elsewhere, servicemen forced two boys to undress and watch as their zoot suits burned in front of their eyes. Remember, those cost like $1,000 to $2,000.
Yeah.
Rushing over to the east side, waxmen found the second mob of rioters stopping streetcars on First Street and crashing through bars, shops, and penny arcades as they searched for pachucos. All the while, 3 police cars silently watched the mob. It was not until 11:30 that night that the mob began to break up. Probably just tired.
Man,
Probably just tired after all that workout.
what, like, literally, how do you, I just,
To get to that kind of...
I know, to like let it get to that point is so fucking insane.
Well, all the cops...
I mean, it's zoot suits.
all the cops and all these whites are like, it's time to teach them a lesson. They've been getting too uppity.
Yeah, it is. It's uppity.
It's uppity. That's
That's-
what we're talking about.
Yep.
They're feeling a little too comfortable out
Yep.
there. And again, a lot of these soldiers are not from California, so
Right.
they're not used to this brown skinned person treating them with contempt or
Yeah.
whatever, open contempt,
Yeah.
right? They can't handle it.
Based on abuse over long stretches of time.
All right, okay.
So
All right, you just
that is, I mean, really, it is, like white Americans in positions of authority are basically the person putting their finger a millimeter away from your nose and being like, "Huh? I want to touch no? I didn't do nothing.
that's
I didn't do
exactly-
nothing. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing."
The riot essentially came to an end that next morning on June 8th. Unsure what else to do to stop the sensational violence overtaking the city, local officials took the unprecedented step of banning the military from Los Angeles. The city can ban the military from Los Angeles. I'm going to say that again. The city is banning a federal force.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. I can't believe you used to be allowed to do that.
Uh-huh.
It's a shame.
Uh-huh.
Because now you can't.
They empowered the shore patrol.
I mean, to be fair, why would you ever expect a Karen to get rid of a military?
Wow. They empowered the shore patrol to arrest anyone acting at all disorderly, and in the end, 94 young Latino men were treated with very serious injuries versus just 18 servicemen. The LAPD arrested all 94 Latinos. LA Mayor Fletcher Bowron went to the papers shrieking that agents provocateur, either Nazis or commies or both, had infiltrated the East Side. So there's no way that this would happen if the whole place wasn't filled with commies. And I don't know if you can like take that and watch what's happening today or anything, but yes, it's always the commies.
Yeah. Well, and what's about to happen in like 10 years at this time? Because, it's so different when you have, like, the fascists have all the power. And so as bad as, like, it's, you kind of can't be in this much power to talk about how the commies are coming. It's like,
Well, they do.
I know. That's all they could do is just go, there's a worse horseman coming.
If anybody in this country is ever worried about communists, they're actual fascists.
Yeah. Right.
That's always the telltale sign.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a fascist.
But right now to be like, look, this beautiful situation we have going on in this country is under threat from there's an attack.
They were the ones responsible, the communists or the Nazis were responsible for turning. I love that it's the two opposing forces.
I know.
It's these two opposing forces over there in East LA.
We didn't have time to write a thing. We're just going to say this.
They were the ones responsible for turning otherwise civil Latino youth into vicious juvenile delinquents. And he wasn't the only one. The majority of well-off Angelenos blamed the kids instead of the sailors. Quote, the Mexican American community was being blamed for the riot, and the resources of the state were turned on the victims of the riot, not the rioters themselves.
Oh, my God.
But not every rich white blamed the victims. Eleanor Roosevelt caused a massive uproar when she suggested that perhaps race had something to do with the riots.
I mean, because she was good shit, right? I always feel like she was.
As far as capital, FDR is probably a democratic socialist in a way.
Yeah.
But he is saving capitalism at the end of the day. But yes, but again, FDR's whole thing left out black people.
Yes.
So
big problem.
And he also did.
Don't bring up the internment camps.
Internment camps.
That was term 4. Didn't happen. No, but the idea that, I mean, it's just like now you broach the subject, and it's, you know, with the certain class with the certain sect of our government, and it's commie, all these things as far as being a traitor, hating the military, not supporting the flag, hating the country. It's just crazy to go run through the litany of.
Well, when we had our little fascist running for school board, and I went strongly against him,
yes.
did an episode on him.
Yeah.
They made a video of me saying I was a communist and all this shit. Like they did a whole video.
You really, at some point, we have to just find a way to just start asking these people what communism is.
Oh, every single time they bring it up. I just ask them, what's communism?
Yeah.
Just every single time.
They have no idea.
So what is it? They have no fucking clue.
No idea.
It's like, yeah, they never do. They never have any idea. Okay. So city officials, quote, launched a round of denunciations of Roosevelt, claiming that her remark shows ignorance and amazing similarity to the Communist Party line of propaganda.
Her soul wears a zoot suit.
I mean...
Yeah. Saying that race might have something to do with it paints you as a commie, which they also can't define. It's pretty incredible shit.
In response, the editorial board...
When racist doesn't work, be dumb.
In response, the editorial board of the LA Times wrote, quote, we like Mexicans and we think they like us. So this is where we are today, which is like, no, like everyone in LA is like, no, Mexicans are, they're us.
Yes.
There's no us
Yes.
and them.
Yes.
They're our community.
Yes.
They're our people.
Yes.
You guys coming in dressed up like soldiers. You're not our community.
You guys who have not been here are now telling us what's, it's just absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah. Other than Eleanor Roosevelt.
Now it's all white. Way better. You're welcome.
Oh, great.
My God.
Well, the food got bad.
Ugh.
Other than Eleanor Roosevelt, the blame for the riot was decided on class lines. Even fairly well-off Latinos blamed the Pachucos, saying that their sense of style created violence, that by wearing a zoot suit, they deserved whatever came to them. In fact, the first article about the riots written in Mexico blamed the Pachucos, quote, without being truly Mexicans, they are an affront to our republic. It's just.
I don't even know what the pitch is to get rid of money, but you have to admit it sounds so good.
It's not great. It's just not working.
I don't even know how you would come up with it, but that's what's so incredible about the way that we're just slowly headed towards this buzzsaw. And you kind of like, look, the only option is to completely change the system. And you know that we're not going to. We're like, let's just hit the buzzsaw.
Yeah.
That's it. We're tired.
I'm rereading Mike Davis's book on famine and El Nino. I don't know why, but it's fascinating. Just the every story you read, you're like, oh, it's not because of weather; it's because of rich people.
Yeah.
Everything
Well, I
was
told you
going-
I watched
Well, it's rich people.
Earth's Greatest Enemy, which is the new Abby Martin documentary. Man, you know, that's what a documentary like that is so well made and produced, because you know, but you don't know, and then you wish you didn't know.
That's right.
And by the end, you're like, I mean, just watching the way that through my entire life the second there's a little like military like bad people like, get the fuck out, fuck you, get the fuck shut the fuck, then get the fuck out, then fuck off, just leave.
Well, that's all coming to a quick end.
Gonna be good.
Okay. The article about the riots written in Mexico blamed the Pachucos. Without being truly Mexicans, they're an affront to our republic. They also said Pachucos are, quote, almost always mestizos of Mexican and Negro, or Mexican and Chinese or Filipino. The great majority of them are not by birth or nationality Mexican. So in Mexico, they're like, these are not Mexican.
Fear not, that was not us. That was the dirty seed of the Chinese in one of us. Man,
Never ends.
it is refreshing.
It never ends.
It's nice to hear that. It's nice to hear that the Mexicans were like, look,
We can be racist too.
we're not anti-Mexican, we're anti-Mexican black.
The progressive Mexican organizations and other lefty groups that supported the kids, like the Congress of Industrial Workers, realized that the American public would never support ending racism for moral reasons. So they followed the city's lead, but twisted the solution to be positive for the kids. It was Axis spies infiltrating the community and provoking the conflicts. But in the words of LaRue McCormick, who was the attorney from the trial, quote, the only way to solve this problem is by doing away with discrimination and unequal opportunities where the Mexican people are concerned. As for the Axis powers, they jumped on the story, eager to use America's hypocrisy for their own means. Quote, the concentration camps in Los Angeles are said to be overflowing with members of this persecuted minority. Wow. This is justice for you, as practiced by the good neighbor Uncle Sam, a justice that demands 17 victims for one crime.
Oh my God. That's so true too.
It's the same way that like the Iranians can use our persecution of minorities. Like they do that all the time. Although, you know, they're clearly fucking just as evil with that shit. But like, yeah, everybody does that. We always point fingers, but we're doing such terrible shit to our own people always. For the silent majority of
the amount of like when we're like, we need to destroy a lot of stuff to save everything.
I mean, at the end of the day, governments fucking suck.
Yeah, well, when it's all, you know, bullshit and fake, of course it looks like it sucks, you know? I mean,
yeah, it's a money grab.
Yeah.
For the silent majority of non-racist, non-rich Angelenos, the demonization of these kids, of all Mexican Americans, didn't reflect their everyday experience. As the tenor coverage became more and more outrageous, something interesting began to happen. Public opinion started to turn, and its focus became the boys of the Sleepy Lagoon trial. So LaRue McCormick, Carrie Williams, and Alice McGrath had been plugging, trying to overturn the verdict with their Sleepy Lagoon Defense Committee when they finally hit pay dirt.
Oh, shit.
They recruited a screenwriter named Guy Endor to write a novelization of the trial called The Sleepy Lagoon Mystery.
This is smart.
Might have fudged some details,
Whatever.
but honestly, that's how they play. That's how you should play.
They might have fudged some details, whereas the other side invented pretty much everything.
That's the thing that always drives me crazy is people are always like, you can't fight their misinformation with our... Then you lose. You go after them with the same way. You fight them with their shit.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, no, it is incredible in this time to watch the Democrats not doing that, or fighting with information, or I mean, that is the way to, stand there and talk about the perfect way to solve this problem while tanks are rolling over people.
Well, it's like, okay, if you want to see a great example of information fighting misinformation, why don't you explain to me how that works with climate change? How's it going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it may be fudged some details to get its point across about how racism was against American ideals and how unfettered money and power lead to corruption and how it was actually the most patriotic thing to overturn miscarriages of justice. He whitewashed the boys and overly dramatically villainized the judge and district attorney. That's fine.
Great.
That's how you do it.
Yep.
You're playing by their rules.
Yes.
He blamed Hearst for using yellow journalism to manipulate the public through the media into marching in lockstep with fascist doctrine. All this was true, and he turned the volume up at some parts and down at others, and he ended up stirring a call to arms, quote, "The trial was not directed against zoot-suited Mexican youth. It was an attack upon your nation. It was a conspiracy against you. It was an attempt to assassinate your future." So Henry Livas, who was sentenced to life in prison, wrote to LaRue about the booklet and said even the prison warden liked it and that people were treating him better now. So now this would never happen today. So now scores of people who wanted to help Henry and they wanted to get a new trial. So now there's all these people coming around like, we need to get these kids a fair trial. So the novelization smash hit did exactly what it was set out to do: recruit hundreds of new people to help by donating their time, talents, and money. And the Sleepy Lagoon Defense Committee racked up volunteers or donations from labor leaders, professors, Hollywood stars, religious leaders, national politicians from across the spectrum, even sailors and other troops. Quote, I should like to go on the record as vigorously opposing the unjust conviction of the Mexican prisoners in the Sleepy Lagoon case, one serviceman wrote from the Fiji Islands. An African-American soldier in Hawaii, quote, "We members of the colored race are sympathetic to your worthwhile and moral fight to free the Mexican boys." Ah, sweet propaganda. Hello. You're important.
Yeah. I mean, now it wouldn't matter, obviously, like you're saying. I mean, it's just like, it doesn't matter now. That era where they actually like, oh shit, we better react. That's
you can push. Now you can push. You can push a group of people to have a counter. Like you can definitely push people to go the other way, and get stuff done. But the way I'll give you an example. So the way I used to look at Twitter for the news, and I'd get up in the morning and I'd read Twitter and I would see what had happened on that day.
Now you go for the AI porn.
Now I go for the AI porn, and man, there is this
it's really good
fox who dresses. She hangs out with Robin Hood, but her melons.
Are they hairy?
I just need to say I didn't know how many of you. Apparently, I'm vastly in the minority of people who weren't turned on.
Well, we're
by
sick of hiding in the shadows.
Yeah, but like the whole
we're
fucking
sick of being
everybody's
shamed.
comment is like, I like Scooby Doo
How about
made me
this?
hot.
How about this? This Maid Marian thing. We're the Zoot Suiters. You're the Navy. Get out of here.
And none of you liked Shaggy
What are you talking about?
from Scooby Doo.
What about him?
None of them were hot for Shaggy.
Who?
Wasn't that his name?
Yeah.
Shaggy.
What about him?
Well, there's all these comments about who's hot and who isn't in cartoons, and nobody liked Shaggy or Jabberwocky.
Bro, we're trying to bang a fox with tits.
The two hottest dudes in cartoons.
Shaggy?
And Jabberwocky.
What are you talking about? Fred, way hotter. First of all. By the way,
that's a little too normal for this bad
if
boy.
I'm looking for a cartoon man to get after, I'm not kicking Robin Hood out of bed.
No, because he's a boy.
Maybe I'll get him and Maid Marian in the old sack.
He's a teenager.
See what's happening.
He's a teenager.
Stop.
He's a teenager.
Stop.
Boy
Stop.
Wonder. He's a teenager.
No. Robin Hood, not Robin from Batman.
Oh, sorry.
Talking about Maid Marian Robin Hood.
I got to be honest. I don't even remember Robin Hood from that. I don't think I ever saw the movie.
Well, you should watch it
I
because
was
it's pretty
more-
hot.
I was more into Thumper.
It's pretty hot. I'm no hate on Thumper here. I'll bring them all into my bed.
Just you surrounded by cartoons.
Just
what a week!
but like an actual bunny. Jesus Christ. Did you hear about the ninth dwarf, Jizzy?
I personally liked all of the rabbits from Watership Down.
Bambi's mom. He's like Caesar.
Didn't Bambi's mom died, right?
Not the way I did it.
Okay, stop.
There was a bang that didn't kill her before the gun.
Stop it. Jesus Christ. Hollywood underwrote much of the costs of the legal appeal thanks to Mexican American organizer Josefina Vieiro de Bright. She brought in stars like Orson Welles and Rita Hayworth, who was born Margarita Cosinos.
Just love Orson Welles at a trial.
Yeah.
You see there. I've been drinking a little bit.
We remove him from the stand, please, sir.
Out.
I was telling him earlier.
It sounds absolutely nothing like Orson Welles, by the way.
No, when he's drunk, it sounds a lot like him.
It sounds like maybe he had a stroke.
I was trying to figure it out.
How would you know what he sounds like drunk?
Buddy.
This is not a place where we shit on Orson Welles.
Buddy, you've
One
never
of the
seen his, you
greats.
ever seen his champagne commercials? It's the greatest.
No.
He's absolutely laced.
I don't believe any actor was ever laced back then.
Oh, he's absolutely fucked up.
The amount of drinking they did.
He's like hammered on champagne. He's like,
It is your time to make it.
Did half the time when they made the movies, they were fucking shit-faced.
not
Actually,
better
acting.
movies.
They also counted among their supporters Vincent Price, Gene Kelly, Lena Horne, and Nat
I have
King Cole.
something to say about the riots.
Which one's that?
I don't know.
with the newfound funding, public support, and new attorney for the National Lawyers Guild named Ben Margolis, the group began pouring over 6,000 pages of transcript from the first trial. Quote,
That's not good.
they found a consistent pattern of bias that unfairly influenced the outcome of the trial. Not only the community climate and judicial favoritism tainted the proceedings, but Judge Frick had effectively denied the defendants their constitutional right to consult with their lawyer in ordering them to sit as a group away from the defense table. Worse, although the evidence did not support the initial charges of a conspiracy and murder, the jury nonetheless found almost half of the accused guilty of those charges. So when he was finally able to argue the case, Margolis performed at an all-time high. For his conclusion, he argued, quote, it was not just these boys who were on trial. The Mexican people were tried. Neither is guilty. It was, in fact, so good that even one of the judges shouted out to no one in particular, the appellants are well represented here today.
Your Honor.
That's all right. Sorry.
They got themselves a man.
Your Honor. Sorry.
Look at him, fucking lawyer.
Sorry.
Holy shit, son.
Woo!
You lawyered the fuck out of this courtroom.
Like, chill.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm supposed to be impartial.
Sorry.
That guy,
Okay, noted.
that guy's really something.
Fuck yeah.
As the boys waited in prison, they actually did quite well for themselves, mostly because they were nice young men. They worked themselves up the prison reward system quickly and won the trust and sympathy of prison officials, who then took a particular interest in their case. Many of the boys attended mass regularly, enrolled in school when permitted, and were among the first to volunteer for war work. Almost all joined in the prison sports program and soon dominated the baseball and boxing teams. Now, the irony of their newfound prison status was not lost on them. At home, they were considered misfits and delinquents, but in prison, they were role models for good behavior and given opportunities that were denied them on the
Don't
outside.
let the government hear that.
They were also able to do something inside that was practically impossible back home.
Do you understand how amazing America is if you're like, well, if you want equality, go to jail?
Go to jail. So they're able to live a desegregated life inside, which didn't happen outside.
Right.
Bobby Teller's quote, Mexicans, Jews, Negroes, we all mix and are friendly. Why can't we do that on the outside? Kill him!
What's
Hit him in the face with a club!
It's interesting. What's the missing element?
I don't know.
What's the difference between the two
I
setups?
don't know. Mexicans, Jews, Negroes.
In the jail,
Not
not segregated,
I
getting
don't
along.
know
And when
what's
you go on the outside, same thing.
missing.
Mexicans, whites, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll never be
I
able to
can't
get
think
it.
of anything.
No.
Yeah. Finally, 2 years after the first trial opening, justice was served. Mostly. All charges were dropped. But the judges declared unanimously that race had nothing to do with it.
Interesting. Interesting.
God damn, we are just ridiculous.
Interesting nuance.
We're just so
Funny
fucking-
little needle to thread there.
Not only were the boys released from prison, but their records were wiped clean so they could actually get jobs and support themselves and their families.
Sorry. For those of you who are newer to the show, jobs were these things
Yeah.
that used to be in America
Right.
available before all you could do was, kind of deliver food or die.
Right, before the great end.
Yes, before the happy ending.
Quote, within 2 hours, a jubilant throng of friends, relatives, and volunteers mobbed the halls of the county jail, to which the boys had been transferred, and greeted them on their release with celebration of tears and laughter that lasted for more than an hour.
We want to stay in, though.
right.
We don't want to. We're not ready to come out.
It's nice in here.
It feels like pretty good in here. Got a little utopia.
I'm getting an education.
Just keep the doors open, and we're probably gonna hang here.
Quote, at the same time, many in both the LAPD and DA's office shared the views of one prison guard. They'll be back.
Cool.
Unfortunately, they were right. A whole mess of these boys were thrust into irreparably damaged lives. Right? They're down because that's one of that's why people are so against cash bail, because one of the biggest things that sets you up for a life of jail is being put in jail for a brief amount of time. How much that fucks up your life.
Yep.
Think about it. You lose your apartment. You can't pay rent. You lose your apartment. You break up with whoever you're with. Like your job's gone. Like it totally fucks you. And so now you're just like, well, I can't be a productive member of society. Why can't you get a job now? Because I was in jail.
Why is recidivism so much less in other countries? Why is America the number one? Why do we have the most people locked up? Why do we have the most big corporate jails? Why? It's weird how it all sort of works together. Because when you repurpose the 13th...
We need to put everybody in jail.
I know.
Don't bring up the 13th. So some were never forgiven by their families and died, quote, alone and embittered. Others hopped from jail to jail for petty crimes, but the majority settled down in L.A. and found work or even started their own businesses. The Defense Committee, still set up to continue the work to bridge relations between race and class, was rocked by its own troubles. The very next year, Senator Jack Tenney brought down the wrath of the Un-American Activities Committee upon the communist and left-leaning members, demanding to know if communists inspired the Zoot Suit Riot as part of a master plot to disrupt American society.
You know what? This is what I'll say. That's probably my least favorite part about American progress, that we think it's going to stand. Because the amount of things where... in my lifetime, I've been like, hey, look, at least that happened, or at least that happened. 10, 15 years later, you're like, oh no, some big dumb asshole's here to undo it because he's got a big gripe in his ass about,
the other thing is, like, how many of these dudes are fucking closeted and mad, right?
It's
Lindsey Graham,
but
who's the fucking head of the FBI forever?
J. Edgar Hoover.
Hoover. Was McCarthy gay? I can't remember. But like right now, it's Josh Hawley. Someone's calling him out for making out with a fucking escort behind a restaurant. Like they're all fucking.
That is the thing. It's like this level of, if you're not if you're not an AI meme, muscly Rambo with the American flag jammed in you, then you are something of a lesser. It's like
jammed in me.
Yeah.
Like.
In you, but if you're not this, can I
go through the chest?
Hopefully, but if you're not this version of it, then you are somehow inferior.
Well, it's just like right now they're all saying like that's not American. It's like, yeah, it is.
Well, and
Their
I mean,
demand that American be pure
all
and
the
white.
tech bros coming out with the like empathy is a weakness language, where
yeah.
you're like, what sort of shit is this? How did we let those quotes linger out there that long? Empathy is a weakness.
It's insane.
You
That's
know,
just fascism.
It's psychotic.
Yeah.
It's like you believe that care for other individuals gets in the way of your life. I mean, that is so fucking backwards.
So if I'm a journalist and you say that to me, we'll just say it.
But I think that like empathy is a weakness, so you've got to have that.
So what's the difference between you and a serial killer at that point?
I've never killed anybody.
Oh, you haven't?
Not with my hands.
Not millions. What about
Not with my
millions?
hands. My car has thick glass.
But
Empathy is a weakness.
But that philosophy is no different than seeing everyone as something to be killed.
Well, they give the plot away right there.
Yeah.
You know. So empathy is a weakness says, and then you also believe that this guy cares enough about your future that you're going to have robot servants and you don't even need money. The guy who took all the money is telling you don't need money in the future. I mean, how fucking dumb do you have to be to think the guy who took all the money is now telling you from a place not of fear that money isn't important?
Yeah. I like him. I don't know what your problem is. But the Sleepy Lagoon Defense Committee was a remarkable triumph in collective action and coalition politics. They built a class-based, multiracial movement, organically organizing hundreds of people, rich and poor, regular and famous, quote, because enough people along the way stood up to be counted, one small consequence of social evil was defeated. Soon after, the idea of the Pachuco, the zoot-suited wearing jazz freak with a lover in one hand and a switchblade in the other, faded into obscurity. By the late 40s, much of jazz had become white and mainstream. Yes. A generation later, in the early 70s, the burgeoning Chicano movement began to embrace the Pachuco as sort of a cultural patron saint, a spiritual ancestor representing the struggle against white supremacy. And, according to contemporary analysts, by the author Eduardo Obregon Pagan, the state didn't just put on a racist show trial. They may have done it by purposely ignoring the key evidence to see young Zoot Suiters punished. Joey Diaz left the party around the same time as two other. So that Joey Diaz is the guy who got killed at the very beginning. He left the party around the same time as two other men, guys who are not affiliated with 38th Street kids. Jose had just gotten his weekly pay in cash the night before, and his body was found with all his pagas turned out. So it was a fucking robbery, not a
sweeping of justice.
It wasn't the two gangs fighting. It was just a fucking robbery. He got robbed. According to Pagan, quote, Jose Diaz and the young people of 38th Street were never at the same place at the same time. Although it cannot be established how clearly the district attorney's office understood this information, it did not seem surprised by this disclosure during the trial. And it is highly curious that amid the charts, photographs, and maps prepared for the trial and presented to the jury, the prosecution never provided a timeline linked to the accused clearly with the victim. And among the dozens of neighbors, party guests, and witnesses called to testify during the trial, the last two people seen with Jose Diaz were never included on the list. So it was all bullshit because kids were dressing flashy. That's all from beginning to end.
There you go.
And of course, pure racism.
Yeah, but that's just it's an extension of racism.
Yeah.
We just eventually were like, the clothes are racist. The clothes are a race.
So it's not a Zoot Suit Riot.
Yeah, that's such a funny way to frame it because that is a very misleading title.
It should be called
a Navy riot.
The Navy riot.
Yeah.
It's a Navy riot. It's absolutely not a Zoot Suit Riot.
No.
It's a Navy riot.
It was a Navy riot against the Zoot Suits.
Yeah.
Yeah. But once again, that one sounds un-American.
It certainly does.
No. I mean, endlessly violent and endlessly racist and always outdoing the last one. It's just
pretty good, right?
Yeah, just can't beat
and
that.
Just the fact that we're just doing the same shit. Although it's probably way worse now, I would think. But
Well, listen, it's also for nothing. It's your hey Whitey, your life sucks. They're just manipulating you so that they could keep pretending that they're not the problem. And it keeps fucking working on these, for the most part, like just idiot white people who just continue to think that that's what was so fucking darkly funny about the way that when they started raiding the farms and the farmers started being like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And it was finally these two things came at a head where it was, well, hold on, we've got to be careful with our racism because we got to keep placating farmers. And they just, but it's eating itself at this point. I mean, there's really very few places left to go with the villainization and,
Oh yeah, but they can still go.
They'll still go. Well, they'll never stop because
eventually
that's the cover story.
Eventually, it always goes after itself. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's we're knocking on the door.
This is written by Josh Androwski. Sources: The Murder at Sleepy Lagoon by Eduardo Obregon Pagan, Collier's Magazine, Los Angeles Examiner, and LA Times.
Hell yeah.
The great LA Times. Los Angeles Times.